preparation to illuminate its wonderful sky garden with her little twinkling stars brightening the whole world. It's the time for nature to call upon its serene night flowering jasmine to bloom secretly and spread its fragrance all over the world. It's the time for tiny birds to fly towards their nests after a tiring day and enjoy warmth and comfort.
While nature is engaged in all these elegant movements, it is the high time for all of us to make another untiring effort to develop our students' talents and skills, making this evening more interesting and more colorful.
Life is a continuous journey from cradle to the grave, and it consists of different stages which offers you different experiences. Out of all these stages, it is undoubtedly believed that school life is the spring in our whole life. Even though it is the most delightful part of our life, we have to keep in mind that it is the stage that we have to lay a strong foundation for the rest of our life.
It is true that we have to strive for passing our exams and gain paper qualifications. However, dear parents and my dear brothers and sisters, is that enough? Dear parents and my dear brothers and sisters, life is itself a challenging question paper. If we need to score high marks for that paper, there are some more significant things, aren't they? Matisha, what do you think?
Of course, Metushala, if we need to go ahead in life, if we need to face challenges in life successfully, we must develop our talents as well as our skills and also great human qualities. Dear parents, my dear brothers and sisters, today, during this evening, our preparation is to create some golden opportunities to develop your talents and skills. This is the commencement of public speaking competition for FCA students 2021. For the commencement of the program, let's stand for the religious observances. Thank you.
A very good evening to all of you. I am truly pleased and honored to sincerely welcome all of you who are present here with the intention of witnessing our talents and skills. First of all, we warmly welcome the Honorable Chief Guest, Mrs. Sevandi Hettiarachchi, Senior Lecturer, Ames College of Higher Studies, Teacher Trainer, Ministry of Education. Dear Madam, it's a rare privilege for us to share this significant moment with you. Secondly, we would like to welcome Mr. Kalum Ruparatna, Senior Teacher of English Language, and Ms. Sanjay Karunasekara, Teacher of English Language and English Literature, Reggie Ranatunga Science College, Minuwangoda. We also welcome Mrs. Shamina Lakmali, the proprietor of Takshila Education Institute, Maradagahamula. We also welcome. Next, I take this opportunity to welcome all our beloved parents who make tremendous effort for our success each and every moment. In conclusion, we would like to welcome all well-wishers, senior students and all brothers and sisters who are present here today to grace this special occasion. Thank you.
Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters. This is the moment that you have been waiting for. This is the moment you have been striving. This is your moment. It's high time to start Public Speaking Competition 2021. The first competitor is Pasandi Amalsha. Think outside the box. Think outside the box, Pasandi Amalsha.
Now you all can see there's a chair. Now you want to imagine that there's a chair with wheels in here. When we push this chair, it's bit hard. But when we push a chair with wheels, it's easy. I can remember when I'm moving through my father's town village Kandy, there are so many hilly areas. And in there, I had a marvelous experience and it's an unforgettable experience. That is, our car ran out of petrol. All my friends always telling I'm stupid. But in that time, I'm excellent because I had a great idea. That is, I told my father, Father, we can put all the baggage outside and we can push this easily. I'm very happy because my father asked me. Ladies and gentlemen, dear parents and my dear brothers and sisters. When we come through this future, you all know Sri Lanka is now developing country. Why Sri Lanka is a developing country? Because it's developing. Do you all know Sri Lanka is not developing only by hard work of humans. It's developing with another special thing, that is creative thinking. You all know to succeed anything or to do anything that there should be creative thinking with hard work. Hard work is not enough to do anything. You know, teachers, lecturers, engineers, farmers, there are so many ones in this world. Do they come to their places with only the hard work? No. They did hard work plus creative thinking. You all know, in Era's time, they founded first the fire. By that, they give creative ideas step by step to make a creative future for future generations. I can remember when I'm in grade 5, I had a maths teacher. She's good, but she's always telling me, maths is very hard. You must do mathematics like this way. I don't understand. But I moved another teacher. She's not good. She's excellent. Because she told me how to solve sums step by step. She told me how to do mathematics. Even a thief, even a beggar should have to be creative for their purpose. Even we should creative to do this speech in here. I'm in grade 5, 6. I'm always writing speeches 5, 6 full scale. And I'm studying that day to night and night to day. Day to night and night to day. I haven't got anything. I know personally you all have like that experience. Do you get anything from that? No. Take your mobile phone to your hand and think how this is made. Now see bulbs, chairs, tables. There are so many kind of things in here. They all are founded by one person or 2, 3 persons. Creative thinking is an art. Or you all have creative thinking with yourself, but you don't know how to get your creative thinking outside and how to prove your creative thinking to the world. Thomas Alva Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, and there are so many persons who founded something. They know how to get their creativities outside. You all have an idea to succeed your ambition, succeed your tasks, succeed your futures. You all should take your creativities outside prove them to the world. Make your world successfully and make your future great. Thank you.
Tough situations build strong people. Tough situations build strong people. Kavisha Gangana.
Until we travel to hell or heaven, we have to just face such different situations. We don't know what's a situation. Most of them are unbelievable situations. If the situation is positive, it's good. It's happy. But if the situation is negative, it's really hard. If you want to be a winner, first be a winner in your life. And then just be a winner in your life. In 18 December 1972, USA President Joe Biden's wife, Nelia Biden, and his daughter, one-year daughter, Amy Biden, was killed in an automobile accident. His all dreams were failed out, but he was not failed out. He was rise up. Because of that, he is the president of USA. USA is a great country. You can't be a president like a lazy. You have to work hard. His all dreams were failed, but he was not failed. Like that, we also have to be a strong man in our life. We have to face the situation, whatever the situation. We have to develop our mind to face the situation. Whatever the situation, we have to face it. And the winner, loser is your dream. You must have a dream to be a strong person. So, your dream, a strong man, is not coming from your heart. Your hero must be you, not Superman, Batman, Godzilla, or any other character. Your hero must be you. You have to have superpowers. What's your personality, your mind, and your voice? They are the superpowers of you. Without them, you are not a superhero. And thank you.
Tushare Hamuran Keda. Smile is the best medicine. Smile is the best medicine. Tushare Hamuran Keda.
ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಪರಮಾಲಾಭ ಸಂತೃಪ್ತಿ ಪರಮಂಡನ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಪರಮಾಜ್ಞಾತಿ ನಿಬ್ಬಾನ ಪರಮನ್ಸು. The impartial court of judges, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends. Once, the greatest person, we all know the Lord Buddha, lived in past, had preached that smile is the greatest wealth. Why I am telling that the smile is the best medicine? Because when we are in a classroom with our friends, when suddenly a friend starts telling a joke, we all laugh. That's why it is contagious. It spreads like a virus, but it's more and more powerful than COVID-19 virus. And as we all are human, we have many problems. Physical problems, sometimes money problems, sometimes family problems. When these problems get more and more improved or more and more powerful, our mind will be in a depression or stress. But smile is the best way to reduce this depression and stress from our mind. And we all watch funny movies, like comedy dramas too. But doctors had proved that by watching these comedy movies, it increased the production of white blood cells in our body. These white blood cells help to fight against foreign bacteria and harmful and deadliest cancer viruses too. Actually, a child laughs 150 times a day. It's a good number. But do you know, it reduces up to 15 when it goes to an adult. But sad to say, in a hospital it is zero. countries like India, USA and Australia have found a solution for this. That is hospital crowning. The cloners wears a red or orange mask like orange nose like this, and they wear funny costumes. A country, USA is a powerful country. They make different varieties, different kinds of movies. Like superhero movies are one example for it. We all know Iron Man, Captain America and Spider-Man too. They visit their local hospitals to bring cheerful and joyful for the kids or the patients in those hospitals. And Dr. Hunter Adams, a doctor lived in 90s. He had invented this hospital crowning, and he had mentioned that there are only two things to treat a person. The first thing is love, and the second thing is laughter. There was a greatest writer in USA. His name is Mark Twain. He has mentioned a golden quote: in humanity, there is a really powerful weapon. It is unquestionably that weapon is laughter. You all audience, you can try this. Make a powerful laugh up to 10 seconds and the result will be amazing. Result to relax our from head to toe all the muscles in our body up to 45 minutes. Thank you.
Methu Bose, Value of Life. Value of Life, Methu Bose.
Do you know the value of my life? Or do you know the value of your lives? Now the answer to that can be a little difficult to find, because sometimes to know the proper value of your life, you must have someone who knows you the best. Dear Board of Judges, parents and my brothers and sisters. Money. Most of you think that money is the thing what makes people valuable. Isn't it right? Isn't it right? No. Let me explain why money is just a thing which we use to do our own transactions. Here's a saying by a genius called Pasta Senpai. With money you can buy a house, but not a home. With money you can buy a bed, but not sleep. With money you can buy a clock, but not time. With money you can buy food, but not appetite. With money you can have an insurance, but not security. And this is the problem that we all have. There are things that we cannot buy with money. What I am saying is, life is also something that no one can provide the value of money, because you are unique. You are beautiful in your own ways, and you have your own abilities and talents. Let me explain and tell you a story to answer my question. How much valuable someone? One day, a boy went to see his grandfather and asked, "Grandpa, does life have a value?" Then Grandpa replies, "Yes, son, every life has a value." "Then what is the value of my life, Grandpa?" The grandpa handed the boy a little stone and said, "Go and find the value of the stone, but never sell this to anyone." The boy went to an orange seller. "Uncle, how much is the stone?" The orange seller take the stone and looked at it. "I'll give you a dozen of oranges for this." "Thank you, uncle, but my grandfather told me not to sell this to anyone." Then the boy went to a vegetable seller. "Uncle, how much do you think this stone is worth?" "I'll give you sack of vegetables for this." And same answer. "Thank you, uncle, but my grandfather told me not to sell this anymore." And after that, the boy went to a jeweler. The jeweler who had looked and examined it said that, I'll give you 1 million for this. The boy thanked the jeweler and was ready to leave. Never mind, I'll give you 2 gold necklaces. Sell this to me. No, uncle, I just wanted to know the value of this stone. At last, the boy went to a gem seller. The gem seller who had examined it handed back to the boy and asked, who gave you this stone? My grandfather. Son, this stone is a big red gem. It's not enough to add every penny that I have to get this precious gem. The boy thanked the gem seller and was ready to leave. And hearing all this, the boy went back to his grandfather and told everything went wrong. So, Grandpa, tell me, what is the value of my life? Son, what you have found is the answer for that. Each one determines the value of your life according to their knowledge, their beliefs, and their honesty. Some may say small value without knowing you properly, and some may say no value for your life. But one day, the one who knows you the best will show you how valuable you are, will tell you the proper value of your life. In your lives, you may have found that someone, or you may haven't. This is for the ones that haven't found that someone. The one who knows you the best can be your parents, your siblings, your friends, your relatives, your teachers, husband or wife, or someone who is special to you. Until you find him or her, keep trusting yourself. Never underestimate the value of your life. Never sell cheap yourself to anyone. Learn to respect yourself, believe in yourself, and at last but not least, love yourself. Thank you.
Correct thing at the correct time. Correct thing at the correct time. Dushan Dilje.
What is tomorrow? Have you ever seen tomorrow? Tomorrow is just a word, but today it's here. We must make our tomorrow. We must make our tomorrow beautiful. We must make our future beautiful. To make our future beautiful, we must do the correct thing at the correct time. Dear Cody's Provost Judges and my brothers and sisters, let me explain. One day, a guy called Shank, he was walking along the street. He was walking along the street, but suddenly, oh my God, he fell down. He fell down to a septic tank. He was fully covered with muck and dirt. What to do? He asked help from upper people. Hey, help me, please help me. But no one cares about him. No one cares. Then suddenly, he started to shout, fire, fire, hey, there's going to be fire, fire, fire. The all upper people were fighting. They started to be panicked. They started to run away. One brave man. What do you guys think? He escaped him. No, guys. He called the fire brigade. Then firefighters came there. They were searching for a fire, but they never found a fire. They heard a voice that called the voice of Shankar. He was shouting like nothing, fire, fire, fire. Firefighters escaped him, and one firefighter, are you mad? What are you doing? The Shankar said, sir, I'm sorry. I asked help, but no one helped me. So I can't stay here. So I shouted like nothing by saying fire, fire, fire. So I'm really sorry. Just imagine that. If Shankar just asked help from upper people, he might not be here. He might not be saved. We can get that example for our life. He did correct thing at the correct time. We also can do correct thing at the correct time. Just imagine the phone, the cell phone. I think you all know cell phone. And you know, in which century are you living, man? The cell phone is a great invention by a group of inventors. If, just imagine that, if the inventors of that cell phone postpone the activity to the next day, what will be happen? There won't be an invention like that. We won't have cell phone. We couldn't have any way to communicate with others, gather information all around the world, watch movies, teledramas. That's a great invention of group of inventors, and it's a great example for our life. Just imagine. There are a lot of paintings. They are very nice, very colorful. There are various colors. If the painters of these paintings had postponed the activity, drawing or painting to the next day, will there be such paintings? No, there won't. They have done the correct thing at the correct time. Success is a journey. It's not a destination. Remember, success is a journey. It's not a destination. To make your journey beautiful, you must choose the correct path. To make your path beautiful, you must do the correct thing at the correct time. Thank you.
Pubuduni Pratibha, all the good you do in the world will come back to you in some other ways. All the good you do in the world will come back to you in some other ways. Pubuduni Pratibha.
Hey guys, I have lots of them, but you have only few. I'd like to give some of them, but you don't like to take any of them because I have lots of problems. Actually, I don't like science, but there's a theory that I like most. That is Newton's third theory. As we all are a student, you also know that. So let's say it with me. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Do you know the best thing that I follow in my life? All the good what you do in the world will come back to you in some other way. So, my dear Culture Board of Judges, my dear parents, my dear brothers and sisters. Once upon a time, there was a homeless man who was gathering food. And he every day noticed that his food is disappearing. And he caught the mouse who was stealing his food. He asked, "Oh mouse, why are you stealing my food? I'm a homeless man. You can go and steal from other people." And mouse told, "It's my destiny to steal from you. No matter how much you gather, no matter how much you beg, it's your destiny to have 8 items in your possession." The homeless man was shocked and heartbroken. He thought, "What should I do for this?" And he asked from mouse also, "Can you please give me a solution to my problem?" He asked. "There's one solution you can solve when go and meet your Lord Buddha. Then definitely Lord Buddha give some solution for your question." And he started his journey to visit Lord Buddha. It take whole day, and he thought, "I should stay somewhere else. Now I am tired." And he saw a wealthy family's house, and he went there and knocked to the door. A gentleman came out, and "Who are you?" asked. "Can you please let me in for this night?" He took him in and saved a lot and asked, "Where are you going so late?" "I'm going to meet Lord Buddha. I have some question to ask from Lord Buddha." And suddenly the gentleman's wife came there and asked, "Can I give her a question to ask from Lord Buddha?" "Yes, sure. We have 16 years old daughter who can't speak. Can you ask what we should do to speak?" Next day morning he continued his journey. and see a range of mountains that he should climb. He climbed a one, and then he meets a wizard with the staff. The wizard helped him to cross the mountain. When they are crossing, he asks the same question that asked by gentleman one. Wizard also give him a question. I am trying to go to heaven for 1,000 years. Can you ask from Lord Buddha what should I go do for that? Yes, I will ask. He thanked and he went. Then he finally came to his last obstacle, which is a big river that he cannot cross. Luckily, a giant turtle came there and helped him to cross the river. When they are crossing, the giant turtle also asked the same question that was asked by Wizard and the giant gentleman's wife. I am trying to become a dragon for 500 years. Can you please ask what should I do for that? According to my teaching, now I should be able to become a dragon. Yes, sure, I will ask from Lord Buddha. Then finally, a homeless man came to the Lord Buddha's place. He went there and bowed to Lord Buddha. And he asked, I have some questions to ask from you. Can you please give some solution for that? Yes, sure, I will give, the Lord Buddha said. But I am going to give only 3 questions. Answer only 3 questions, the Lord Buddha said. And he told all the things, the giant turtle who can't able to become a dragon for 500 years, and the wizard who can't able to go to heaven for 1,000 years, and the 16 years old girl who can't speak. And the Lord Buddha answered for their question. Giant turtle should remove his shell, then he will become a dragon. Wizard should remove his staff, then he will able to go to heaven. 16 years girl will speak when he meets his soulmate. He bowed again and he started to come back. Then he meets giant turtle. He gives the solution that given by Lord Buddha, and then meet Wizard. Homeless man gives Wizard also the solution, and finally went to help the wealthy families. Your daughter will speak when she meets his soulmate. That is the Lord Buddha's question. So guys, what do you think? What will happen? Suddenly the young girl came there and asked, "You're the man that you came last week?" The parents were very surprised, and they fixed their marriage, and they lived very happily forever. So, my dear friends, life is a question paper. Don't think about problems that you face in your life. You help each other. Be kind to everyone. Be friendly. Then nothing is that you face. So what I'm trying to say is, all the goods what you do in the world will come back to you in some other ways. Thank you.
Niduki Archana. Hold on, pain ends. Hold on, pain ends. Niduki Archana.
The game started. I played really well with my opponent. I kicked, I punched and punched. I scored high marks. And at the last moment, I won the game. I won places. I won certificates, medals, and trophies. But I missed one thing. So, good evening everybody, dear impartial board of judges, my dear parents, and dear sparkling stars. In 2017, I took part in district level competitions, provincial level competitions, and national level competitions. And as I said, I won the game at the national level competition at the last moment. For the first time ever in my life, I felt really proud of me, really proud of my abilities and talents. I completely forgot how I had come to that position, who had helped me to come to that position. The only thought in my mind my victory. Later, time passed. At the time, I was teaching to my brother who was just 8. And one day, he kicked incorrectly. So, I shouted at him, "Dear brother, why can't you be as perfect as me? I'm the champion of the nation. I know everything. You must do what I say." I intended my brother. But later, that thought paved me the way for a great defeat in the next year. Although I wanted to win next time, I didn't practice to win next time. I just passed time enjoying with my friends and relations, but did not practice to win next time. Time passed. Later, in 2018, I took part in district level competitions. Although it was a really easy task to be completed for me, what happened? I lose it. Then again, go back to school level competitions in 2018. What happened? I lose it too. Again, go back to federation level competitions in 2018. I lost this too. But go back to district level competitions in 2019 again. Guess what happened? I lose it too. 7 times continuous to part in different types of competitions. But finally, I lose. I thought for a while, what's happened to me? I was a champion. But 7 times continuous to part in 7 different types of competitions. But I lose. Something has gone wrong. I thought and thought. And with lots of tears in my face, I ran to my mom and asked, "Dear mom, why you always things rotate around me? I can't accept the decision of judges. They are not true or accurate. I must be the champion." Then, my mama took me to her and said, "My dear, can you remember how you started your journey when you were too small? Who helped you to come to this position? Actually, you loved your sport. You had a desire to do it. At least, we were not allowed to blame it. But today, right now, you blame it. Something has happened to you. Mainly, you have lost the desire. But if you want to continue your journey, that's one way. That's, don't store your goal in your beautiful eyes. Your goal may roll down with the tears that fall from your eyes. The best thing you have to do is to store your goal again in your heart. You have to store your desire again in your heart. Then each and every heartbeat, tick tick, tick tick, will remind you of your goal again and again. And especially, you must get rid of the thought that you know well. I understood the reality, and I started my journey from the beginning again. I practiced and practiced without considering day or night. And as a result of my great dedication and determination, I entered the game again. But this time, I wasn't a fool to forget everything that happened to me and to be proud of me. Yet, I love my sport. I live in it, and I'm sure of one thing. As long as I love it, I will do that surely. But once I start to hate it, I will lose it. So my dear brothers and sisters, dear ladies and gentlemen, that's why I remind you to hold on till the pain ends. Because this journey of life is just like riding bicycle. If you want to maintain the balance, you must keep on moving. In this road called life, you meet good with bad and smile with sad. Love what you have, always forgive and learn from your mistakes. People change, things go wrong, but remember, the ride goes on. So my dear blooming flowers, always try to swim against the tide of the river and be the greatest, talented, perfect sailor who sails in a rough ocean in between lots of cyclones, but not in a smooth sea, because in a smooth sea, everyone can be a perfect sailor. Make each and every effort to make tomorrow yours. If you try to reach the sky today, at least you will be hung on the band tomorrow. So, my dear brothers and sisters, never give up till you reach your goal one day. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, now let me know. Have you all got hopes? Yes, I see lots of hopes in your beautiful eyes, which I don't know what exactly they are. Whatever it is, try. Try. Again and again try. But never quit your journey till you reach your goal one day. Then, now, let me know. What's a hope then? It may be just a word with 4 letters for you, as you see. But according to me, the hope is H O P E. Hope means hold on, pay next. Hold on, pay next. If you want to reach your goals one day, if you want to make your dreams true and reality one day, what should you do? You should hold on till your pay next. Again, I am reminding you to hold on until your pay next one day. Thank you.
Dinetra Vihara. Let's give value to our country. Let's give value to our country, Dinetra Vihara.
Once I watched a film. What is like this? Hey, can I have buy a car? Yes. Then give me the highest price one. Madam, I have this is 2000. What I'm telling? Look the price, cheap price, bro. Give me another one. The highest price. Give me. Madam, this is 7. What are you telling, man? Do you have any high price one? So I will order it on eBay. So she get back home. Son, what are you have prepared for it? My mom, we have clothes, many clothes to eat. Why nothing to eat? No, you have spent all the money for clothes. So, nothing have been. So, from past, the Sri Lanka is still developing country. No, you all know it. Why? Because Sri Lanka haven't the value. Everyone like to go abroad, and they are dreaming to build houses and live there. They don't have idea to live in Sri Lanka. My friends also like someone. I'm not told they will agree with me. And you are playing games. Some of you and me also playing games. If you can come to our home, you will understand the situation. Because my mother is always shouting at me. What I will can't do. How do you pass the O level without looking at the book? Lots of data and money, the most valuable time, are wasting for this game. But the producers are millionaires in other countries. Do I understand? The first thing, you all, and me, do not think about this country. After we born, we haven't remembered this is my country. Even this watch, has produced in another countries. Do you think Sri Lankan people can't make this watch? No, they can. Do you know the tractor? The vehicle? Firstly, it's made of Sri Lanka. But the Sri Lankan parliament people, the politicians, didn't give the chance to him. So, in Italy, I think, they came and get the idea from him. After that, they made it. And people have different faiths. They are think that if we have we are poor, we are posh. That means we have rich, we are rich people. And one day in another TV program, he told that we don't want to import clothes from other countries, we can make them. And we don't want to wear them, and we can wear our clothes. So he told, we have sarong and t-shirt, so can we wear it to a wedding? So he don't have words to tell it. But if you have education and discipline, you are a successful person. A person is not, we can't measure a person from the cloth or mobile or car and the economy, the education. First, if we want to value our country and we want to develop our country, first we want to develop by a person by a person. So many are this Sri Lanka was going down because of many persons they haven't educated. Lots of non-educated people doing different things. That's why Sri Lanka is going down. Think about Mahatma Gandhi. He says, we don't want to wear other clothes. We can make our clothes own. So now you can see in India, they have developed countries. They can buy our country. They have economy like that. So Sri Lankan people, it's very lazy. There's a word, I don't remember this. Sri Lankan people can only eat very much. I don't remember it. So I think that's true. Because Sri Lankan people, because of laziness, Sri Lanka is gone to down. If you want to give a value, you must develop yourself.
තිසෙව් ජයවර්ධන, be yourself. Be yourself, තිසෙව් ජයවර්ධන.
Do you have any vision? Or do you have any hobby? If you have, I can say you are creative. Or you are well planned. Or you have a life target that you wish to reach one day. Passport judges, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear friends. When I was grade 2, my teacher asked us to write about and essay what would be my ambition. Actually, in that time, I struggled with because on that time, I haven't got an ambition. But I write on topic that I want to be a doctor. But I know this was mine because it's my mom. My mom doesn't say that she won't make me a doctor, but I feel. After that, I found my great hobby, writing stamp. It gives me ambition and it gives me a life target that I wish to complete one day. By the way, I realized that collecting stamp really works. So I was searching a way to make it be good. I found in every stamp there is a small picture that gives a knowledge. I get that. After in grade 4, when I was in grade 4, I made the great stamp that changed my life. That stamp, there's a person who used to look like fat and somewhat old. I get that and I took that for my dad and asked, who is this? Then dad replied, that's very glad. From that, As usually, my colleagues, I start to pray before shower to I gather that he is the image and he is the image of Jebsen and he is the image of Lord of Invention. By the way, I heard that word Jebsen, but I don't interested in people. But at that time I interested. I got lots of questions. How it was made and how it works. I took that all questions for my uncle because he is expert in electronics. He gave me all the answers for it. After that, I began to learn electronics through internet with my uncle. When time passed, I make it as my ambition and I make it as my task. That I want to be an engineer one. So I make that ambition. Now I have a life target that I would complete it one day. I love to ask, do you have an ambition? If you have that, think a little bit. Is it yours? Or maybe your mama's, dad's, grandpa, grandma's. If it's yours, you can be succeed in your life. If it isn't yours, you can't succeed in your life, but you can beat that level. At least I would like to say, try to find you those things in you. If you find them generally, it will be a huge benefit for your future.
Neglection is the best encouragement. Neglection is the best encouragement. Kujan Kodaguda.
Nothing is impossible. You may have heard it or you may have advised someone else. But in my case, it was different. Because a board of judges, parents and my dear fellow comrades. Do you know what happened to me? I went to some of my friends when we are practicing for a sport week and said, hey, nothing is impossible, like we can do anything, but they said no. There are a lot of impossible things. But in that case, they even looked at me. So without even a clear vision, I got like, without even a clear vision, I was okay. Do you know what came to my mind? Several things came to my mind. But those things, all, temper, sadness and nervous, all came to my mind at the same time. And the next moment I thought, why all these things came to my mind suddenly? What I lost? Thing I lost is attention. We all do so many things like taking an A plus for all the examination, taking over 90 marks for our mathematics paper. Why we are doing this? To take attention. We all are trying to take an A plus for our mathematics paper, to take attention from teachers, from parents, but if the parents are not giving us attention that much, what happens? There were students, there were kids who didn't have attention. But what happened? Think, parents, if your kid speak in front of you when he or she is age 4 or 5, and if you didn't give him attention, what will happen? They will never speak here. Because of you gave him attention, that's why he's speaking here. Also, there are several other reasons why people are not giving us attention, because you know that, have you seen chickens? Yeah, you maybe seen chickens and you have been ate chickens also. In chicken's case, think that what happened if an eagle will fall down to a chicken cage, and do you know what happened to that eagle? When the eagle wanted to fly, chickens will never let him to fly, because chicken had seen that the cute chickens had only saw that inside the framework that they have shown. When the eagle is trying to fly, they will say, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You can't fly. We are chickens, no. Can you see some strong wings with us? No, we are chickens. We can't fly. The only thing that we have to do is eat worms. Even though we don't like it, we have to eat worms." That's what will happen. If maybe you are poor, but there's not a rule that you can't dream as a rich man. You can dream as a rich man, and one day you can be a rich man. Also, when we are going back to our childhood, you may have several dreams, like be a doctor, be someone like a businessman, billionaire. But maybe your parents, maybe your elders had been loved you, not your parents, maybe your other relatives and those guys. In that case, I will tell you a little story. In Pretoria, South Africa, a little boy had gone. He went to normal school as we all did, we are doing yet, and he met some other students whose parents were farmers, and he was gathered with them. He was gathered up with them. And when they are being friends and getting to know who they are, he said, "My future mission is going to Mars." But they laughed. Why? Why they laughed? Because that students whose parents were farmers have only saw buffaloes and donkeys, not there. They have never seen Mars. What is that? We don't know. And that thing, in that case, he went to teachers. Teachers thought that this guy is telling nonsense. What this guy is telling? Even the teachers didn't show up. They even also thought that this guy will tell some nonsense in this time, and he will be a successful farmer one day. He went to his elders and all. He lost attention, but he was not others. He was not like others. He made the neglection as his best encouragement. Yes, neglection was his best encouragement. In the age of 17, which is 1988, he started the project. He started a project which was a money exchanging platform. That time it was completely a magic, because no one had even dreamed about it. So, in 1999, when he finished the project, he had got an announcement. He had got a message from one of his friends that New York Times had made his invention the world's worst invention of that year. So, if your invention that you love to develop, if that was the world's worst invention, what happened? You will be completely broke down. And that case, he never broke down. In 1999, he decided to make it up to the world's best money exchange platform. In 2015, he sold it, and he bought shares from an unsuccessful car company. And in 2012, he bought them, and he went to Russia. Why? To meet some some Russian military leaders. He wanted to buy a rocket because his dream was going to Mars, not being here and doing nonsense. He went to Russia and asked for a rocket. The Russian military said, "You are completely garbage. You can't do anything. Maybe you are a successful businessman, but you can't go to Mars, because Mars is a different thing that you are thinking of." In that case, what he said? He went back to USA and met his biggest hero, who was Neil Armstrong. In that time, he was living, not this time. He was living, and he met him. He asked, "Sir, you are my biggest hero." So, and that is, even without a clear vision of Neil Armstrong, he said, "I wanted to go Mars, as you did in that time you went to moon. I wanted to go Mars, but these Russian military agents are not letting me to buy a rocket. Then how can I go to Mars?" Neil Armstrong said, "You can't do that. You are a garbage." So he went back to Russia and bought a rocket. Not bought a rocket. He asked for a rocket, but this time No, you can't buy a rocket. You are a successful businessman, but you are not an astronaut. You can't go to Mars. He went to France and called one of his friends. They are not going to sell us rockets, which means we are making rockets. Yeah, he made rockets, and now at the moment he has the third largest space exploration company, which is SpaceX. And can you remember that money exchanging company? It was PayPal, and the transaction car company, which was Tesla, and the space exploration company was SpaceX, and that boy who made this up to reality was Elon Musk. And now he is the world's second richest man. And journalists are asking, you got neglected. They said you are a garbage. How could you do this all? He said, neglection is my best blessing. Neglection blessed me to be successful. So make neglection your best encouragement. You are neglecting because you are not that much garbage, you are not that much brainless. You are getting neglected because you are different. You are different didn't mean that you are unsuccessful. You can be a successful one day. So you can decide what you are.
Yesterday, you were just an ordinary kid. Today, you are a smart student with lots of remarkable talents. Tomorrow, you will be an outstanding leader on this wonderful land.
However, you can never be an excellent individual without having special, favorable forces behind you. It may be your mother, it may be your father, or it may be one of your favorite teachers, or perhaps it may be another noble person or set of kind-hearted people. Whoever it is, this sensational song is dedicated to all of them. I'd like to call upon Methuselah Kamindya to inspire you with her melodious voice.
You raise me up so I can stand.
sir to address the gathering.
Mr. Manju and invited guest. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Maybe I'm the happiest person here to address you all. Because my students are performing in a marvelous manner. But we have to remember one thing, the gigantic part of your success must go to our Honorable Chief Guest, Mrs. Sevandi Terrachi. Because I have learned from her a lot. And I feel more confident after I have learned from her. My dear children, I have learned from her in two ways. I have learned from her not only when she was teaching, but also when she was not teaching. Because she knows not only the art of teaching, but also the art of life, the art of living. My dear children, there are very few things I have been fortunate and I am proud of my life. Dear madam, I've been fortunate to be a student of yours, and more than that, I'm proud to be a student of yours. Because you have done so much to us, and we can do so much to my dear children. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I have seen lots of gentlemen, and I have seen lots of talented people, but unfortunately I haven't seen lots of talented gentlemen. However, sitting here today, there are some talented gentlemen. Callum sir, Mr. Callum Rubaratna, really a talented gentleman. And of course, children, you must remember one thing. You feel more confident today. I feel you are much better than me, and you will be. But you remember one thing, that Callum sir has done so much to you all. Do you know that when he was going through his first time, he was trying to give you all the best time. So keep in mind what he has done for you all. Never mind you forget what I do to you, because it was so difficult that time. And my dear children, when I was doing GSC education, everyone had a challenge, but I had two challenges. We had an assignment to complete within 2 weeks, but it was okay for everyone, we managed. But I had another challenge after completing the assignment. To complete the first page, there we had to write our name and also the name of the assignment. I was afraid of one thing. I always thought somebody would copy my like beautiful handwriting. So I went to this particular teacher. She did it for me. And but really, I found a talent when we were doing presentations. I was a bit surprised, and I found her out of the rest like she was the best. So it was like that. I think a very young talented teacher who could do a lot. Alright children, talking about this program,
I never say this is a good cause for you because this is excellent for you. I never say this is a good opportunity for you because this is a golden opportunity for you. Why do I say so? As you all know, you get this valuable certificate from recognized, renowned Cambridge University. And also, you develop your lots of valuable talents. You learn how to address public or public speaking. You learn how to do announcing. And more than that, you learn how to bear up victory and defeat. Overall, I'm sure you will be a balanced individual in the future. What do you want more? What do your parents want than that? My dear children, in Sri Lanka, there are some vacancies for leaders. There are some vacancies for honest, intelligent, creative as well as far-sighted leaders. I know a set of students who can fill these vacancies in the future. And I'm sure they are sitting in, some of them are sitting in front of me here today. Dear children, I'll show you some bunch of keys. This bunch of keys is like your paper qualifications. You pass O-level and then A-level, maybe you get a degree. Then, when you have a degree, when you have all these qualifications, definitely in the future you can open some doors for you. Along with that, if you develop your English like this, you can open some more doors in the future. But I'd like to tell you that if you have paper qualifications and if you develop your English and as well as if you develop your talents and skills like this, my dear children, there will be lots of people waiting for you to open doors for you. What do you want to happen in your future? The choice is yours. Thank you.
Upeksha Lakshani, let's talk. Let's talk Upeksha Lakshani.
The 14-year-old boy had drowned while playing with his friends in the river. The 13-year-old girl had gone crazy because of staying under depression because of friends. What are these? Let's share our ideas and let's talk. Respectful board of judges and my dear competitive competitors. What is the most strongest, the greatest and the powerful relationship in this world? What is it? Yes, it is friendship. Friendship is like oxygen. Is there anyone who can live without oxygen? Oh, you can live without oxygen. There are some bacteria and fungi who can live without oxygen. But no one else in this world can live without oxygen. Relating to that, friendship is a key factor to the success in our lives. Because for the empowerment of our self-confidence, to the enhancement of our self-esteem, we need friendship. And also for our emotional support, friendship is necessary. And you, me, we all are a part of the race in chasing this world. There, we are comprised of stress. So to beat that stress and to get relief from that stress, we must need friendship. So, I feel to create a friendship with you. And if I feel so, I will create a friendship with you too, but only if I feel. Accordingly, we create friendship with a stranger. And sometimes with our little brother. And sometimes with our elder brother. And then we start to share all our emotions, feelings, and thoughts with that person. But how? How do we share our emotions, feelings with a stranger? Just using tiny, different, beautiful, meaningful words without work for you. But can you remember your first friendship? Can you remember? It's common for all of us. And that's what we all have forgotten. So let me remind you. Rock-a-bye baby in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bow breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle and all. What did you feel? We went years back to our amazing childhood, where we shared all our emotions, feelings, thoughts with our loving, living gods, our parents. We shared everything, but can they speak at that age? Can you talk when you are an infant? No. Only thing we could do is just to cry or just to smile. But we shared all our emotions, feelings, thoughts with our parents without words. But when we are growing up, we put them apart and we chase behind new relationships, new friendships. But remember that destructive friendship will ruin whole your life. Though your parents are not like that, they are always with you. When they are there, we ensure our security is there. And they always lead to our success. They are always with us. So then why don't you make your parents your best friends? Why don't you? No matter you have so many friends, but make your parents your best friends. I know that your parents are attentive parents. They are there to listen to you always, always, always. So go to your parents and say, Mom, I want to talk to you. Dad, I want to talk to you. And just talk freely, whatever comes to your mind, just share with your parents. Just talk with them. They are always with you if you are strength. And also, there is a famous saying that friendship is like a four-leaf cloud. It's very hard to find because so many clouds are with 3 leaves. But it's very lucky to possess. But remember, your four-leaf cloud is not this. It's your parents. They are always there with you. So you just share everything with them. Home is the place where your story begins. Write your story at your home and tell it to your parents. They are attentive and they will always with you. Open your loving heart to your friends. Share everything with your friends, that no matter. But remember that your first friends, your best friends in your life are your parents. So let's share our ideas and let's talk with our parents. Thank you.